Welcome to the This Justin podcast by your host, Justin. And today we got a good one. Today we talk about the Miami Heat and why they have been struggling so far as of February 3rd, 2021. Now, the Miami Heat had just made the finals the year prior. Everyone's asking, how's this happening? The Heat were in the finals last year. How are they not in the playoffs now? About to be All-Star break. And personally, I think a lot of things have contributed to that. I think one of them being you look at their offseason and look at the rest of the offseason for the remaining Eastern Conference teams. Look at the Miami Heat didn't make any significant changes during the offseason. As a fifth seed. So you look at the rest of the East. Philadelphia acquiring Danny Green, acquiring Seth Curry, both meant to fix their shooting problem. Acquiring Doc Rivers, whom was highly criticized as a coach, but we all acknowledge he's a great coach, one of the best. You look at Milwaukee acquiring Drew Holiday. You look at Brooklyn finally having Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving healthy and playing. And not to mention James Harden added to that team. So my point being, the rest of the East got better. Miami, which was already a fifth seed and a mediocre team, didn't make any improvements, and now they're struggling. Now, I say that I respect Miami for what they accomplished last postseason because it is, when it comes to Miami, it's not a question of heart or character. We know Miami has a long history of resilience, of hard working. I'm sure that is not the problem. I don't know what's going on right now in Miami. I don't know if they could pull it back together following the end of the season. It's not looking good for them. I think, in all fairness, looking at last postseason, though we admire what they accomplished, the East was significantly worse last postseason. You look at Philadelphia, second best player in Ben Simmons was hurt. That immediately removed him from any contention whatsoever in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee, now that is a very impressive win, but it's becoming a little less impressive simply due to the fact that this guy Giannis has, one weakness. He doesn't have few, but he has this one weakness that, boy, you can expose. And man, did Miami expose it. I had the Heat winning that series, actually. But I did not have them winning in, 5 games? They won in 5 games. I had them winning in 7. I thought it would have been a good, tough series. I think, and you've seen this a lot with the Clippers, the bubble broke down a lot of people. And that's why the Lakers deserve credit for winning the chip last year. I won't take away their credit. Even though I'm not a fan. I didn't want them to win. I had multiple choices in front of them to win the chip. You have to respect the Lakers for winning the chip considering the circumstances. Seeing all these teams break apart, the Clippers, the Bucks, etc. The Lakers did it, and they got the deal done. And we'll see if they do it this year and go back to back. But as of the Heat, it sucks. I don't know if they're going through injury problems or, Jimmy Butler's not playing up to par. But the Heat are going to have to fix these issues quickly. They cannot, let me see their next game. They cannot afford to miss the postseason. So today, as of 8 p.m., they faced Washington Wizards. And that's another team that has been disappointed. disappointing considering they acquired Russell Westbrook during the offseason. I'm very disappointed in the Washington Wizards. But hopefully, let me see who played the last game. Was Jimmy Butler playing? Jimmy Butler was playing 25 points. They lost to the Hornets. The Hornets, the Hornets are under 500. Yeah, you cannot lose to the Hornets. You know, they lost to the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Nets. That's understandable. The Raptors have fallen apart. And that's a bad loss for Miami. They lost to the Pistons. And they lost to Six. I can't blame you. The Celtics, yeah. Yeah, man, it's not. They face the Wizards today. Hopefully they get their act together. They have a pretty easy schedule. They got the Wizards twice. Then they got the Knicks twice. The Knicks a little inconsistent. They might lose one of those. It's hard to beat a team twice. With the format of the scheduling and all, you face a team twice in a row. It's hard to beat them twice. But they got the Wizards twice, the Heat. No, they got the Wizards twice, the Knicks twice. They got the Rockets, and then they got the Jazz. They really need to go. They really need to go 5 for 6, 4 for 6 at the very minimum. They need to start. They need to get their act together. Because, boy, is it not looking good for the Heat right now.